This is music recording artist Mark Milan, and this is my takeover of Freestyle After Dark Late Show with Lit Entertainment.
I heard on the streets that people are saying, where have you been? I've been grinding, still digging in for my family. There was some setbacks, some things to get straight. There was some heartache, mistakes that I made. Now is the time to get back in the game and take it to the next level. This is the comeback of the year. Look where I was, but now I'm here. I started off slow, but I'm now on a roll. I'm on the right team, so here we go. I know it's a long road, not gonna be easy. So I keep my eyes on the prize. My people behind me, and they got my back. I know where I belong, but there was some setbacks, some things to get straight. There was some heartache, mistakes that I made. Now is the time to get back in the game and take it to the next level. This is the comeback of the year. Look where I was, but now I'm here. I started off slow, but I'm now on a roll. I'm on the right team, so here we go. This is the comeback of the year. Look where I was, but now I'm here. I started off slow, but I'm now on a roll. I'm on the right team, so here we go.
This is music recording artist Mark Milan, and this is my takeover of Freestyle After Dark Late Show with Lit Entertainment.
But there was some setbacks, some things to get straight. There was some heartache, mistakes that I made. Now is the time to get back in the game and take it to the next level. This is the comeback of the year. Look where I was, but now I'm here. I started off slow, but I'm now on a roll. I'm on the right team, so here we go. This is the comeback of the year. Look where I was, but now I'm here. I started off slow, but I'm now on a roll. I'm on the right team, so here we go.
This is music recording artist Mark Milan, and this is my takeover of Freestyle After Dark Late Show with Lit Entertainment.
Let's go.
What up, everybody? As you know, this is your boy, Mark Milan, and I am doing the freestyle takeover after dark with my man Jose, Detroit DJ Dan, flipping the script on them cuts. That was the comeback. That was my return to the freestyle nation cut, the comeback written by myself, produced by Julio Mena. And it is so good to be here. Detroit showing me so much love, man, and I am so grateful. What up, everybody? How's everybody doing? Now, keep in mind, I cannot see uh, anybody's posts or anything like that, but I still love you. Grateful for you guys to be here. So, what are we? Should I talk about myself right now, or should I? Well, you know what? There's some things coming up. We're gonna have a couple of an interview. We are also going to
Yeah.
just shoot just shoot some vibes with everybody. There might be some interesting topics of conversation. We were talking about things earlier before we started, And I think that there's some important, relevant topics that we need to get to. But before we do that, everybody knows Foolish Pride, One More Chance, that happened in 1991 and 1992, respectively. And that's pretty much why people know me. I'm grateful for the fans that held on for this long, and hopefully to hold on for another 30 years, man. So, are we about to get some mixes popping off here, or what, Jose? I think I'm sorry, Detroit DJ Dan is about to hit up some old school cuts and some new cuts.
Yep.
I gave him a list and he wanted 10 songs, but I was like, yo, it's got to be my top 12 for sure. So, yo, let's make that happen, man. DJ Dan, whip it.
Get it,
Play
Dan.
with it.
Mark, we're about to bang you out, sir. All right, people, you already know what it is. Freestyle After Dark. Mark Milan takeover. As you already know.
And this is my
Share it up.
takeover of Freestyle
Let's get it.
After Dark Late Show with the Lit Entertainment. This is music recording artist Mark Milan, and this is my takeover of Freestyle After Dark Late Show with the Lit Entertainment.
Oh, yeah, man, we're about to bang you out. Yo, this is the Lit Music Entertainment Anthem right here. We the comeback. Let's go.
I heard on the streets that people are saying, where have you been? I've been grinding, still digging in for my family. There was some setback, some things to get straight. There was some heartache, mistakes that I made. Now is the time to get back in the game and take it to the next level. This is the comeback of the year. Look where I was, but now I'm here. I started off slow, but now on a roll. I'm on the right team, so here we go. I know it's a long road, not gonna be easy. So I keep my eyes on the prize. My people behind me, and they got my back. I know where I belong, but there was some setbacks, some things to get straight. There was some heartache, mistakes that I made. Now is the time to get back in the game and take it to the next level. This is the comeback of the year. Look where I was, but now I'm here. I started off slow, but I'm now on a roll. I'm on the right team, so here we go. This is the comeback of the year. Look where I was, but now I'm here. I started off slow, but I'm now on a roll. I'm on the right team, so here we go. There was some setbacks, some things to get straight. There was some heartache, mistakes that I made. Now is the time to get back in the
Yo, share it up, people. You already know what it is. Lit Music Entertainment. Freestyle After Dark. Mark Milan takeover. Spin that shit, Dan.
These are the hot hits from Mark Milan's Playtrist. Love to all the people out there in the chat room. Make sure you show some hearts for Mark Milan, myself, and the Lit Squad.
So you already know, it's the Mark Milan takeover. Share it up, tell a friend, and tag a friend, and tell a friend. You in the mix with Detroit DJ Dan.
That's for you, Mark. That's for you.
He showed me how true love can be and gave me the strength to move on. gave me the strength to move on when all I could do was weep. You lift me off the ground and from my knees. You wiped away all of my tears. Said I had to learn to love. So hard to love, so hard to trust.
Show 'em what you do, Dan. Lit Music Entertainment, Freestyle After Dark, Mark Milan Takeover. Let's go. People, you already know what we do. Freestyle After Dark, Mark Milan Takeover, Amazing Records. Let's go.
I vowed and gave to you my innocence.
sabe, mi gente. Freestyle After Dark, holding it down live from Lit Music Entertainment Studios in Detroit. This is Mark Milan's hottest freestyle list. If you didn't know, you better ask somebody.
Test, test, 1, 2. Mark Milan, he definitely dig for the crates. This next song is a banger. Mark Anthony, time.
Yo, shouts out to everybody rocking with us right now. What's up, Houston, Texas? What's up, Brazil? What's up, Germany? What's up, Chicago in the building? Throw your area codes up. You already know what it is.
Much love for Mark Milan. Yep, produced by Lil Louis Vega.
What up, everybody? Mark Anthony, Dime, Little Louis Vega, production, in the game. What's up, everybody? How y'all doing out there? It's all good. Good to see you. Good to feel you. I don't hear your post, but I feel your post.
And as you already know, June the 3rd, Lit Music Entertainment's next event, the All White Affair, Grizzly's Bar, featuring music recording artist Fabian, will be in the building. Holla.
Touch of your hand turns the heat up. The taste of your curves makes my temperature rise. Let me be your guide tonight. 'Cause whenever you need me, my heart is set ablaze. Oh, the burden I feel deep inside, girl. Ignited the eternal flame. My heart is on fire. It's burning just for you. My heart is on fire. It burns within my soul. Now you and me's like ecstasy, and you like the air I breathe. Constantly on my mind, no leave. This love is a drug, I'm dope, say no remedy. 'Cause all I need is your fire to give me energy. I'm lost in love, you're my affinity. Beginning to end my
Shouts out to Amazing Records in the building, holding it down. Much love. Let's go.
Another Friday night, club is off the chain. See you walking by, ooh, and the way you caught my eye. No,
Mark Milan
I gotta let
takeover.
you know, girl, you bad in every single way. Ooh, fever's running high, you're burning up the place. The DJ plays my favorite song with the words I have to sing. It's you, I'm on an angel, must have fallen from the heavens up above. Yeah, yeah, yeah. People crying, DJ's vibing. And I gotta find a
Now you already know what I'm playing next. Forevermore.
Uh-oh. This is for Amazing Records. Much love. Milan merchandise. Hit up Mark Milan for the Mark Milan t-shirts. All merchandise. Coffee mugs. You already know what it is. You already know what it is. Amazing Records.
That's right, girl. You think I'm needing you. You say you love me too. But I know that isn't true by the way you talk to me. How am I supposed to feel? How am I to know it's real? This ain't about to heal, cause I'm wanting to be free. Something tells me that I'm longing to be free. So blinded by your charm, lost out who I used to be. Only way that I can find myself in time. Always learning, only knowing, only God knows who I am. Oh baby, this is my life. This is the way that it should be. I'm only looking out for only me. This is my life. No one can tell me what to do. I'm better on my own. I'm better without you.
Yo, shouts out to everybody rocking with us.
Go through stormy weathers, always fighting constantly. Get used to who I am, not who I was. You play me for a fool. This is my life. I'm in control. Oh, something tells me that I'm longing to be free. So blinded by your charm, lost out who I used to be. Only way that I can find myself in time. Always learning, only knowing, only God knows who I am. Oh baby, this is my life.
important thing in my life. Why did you steal those years from me? Give me back my time. The time you took is gone. It can never be replaced. Why'd you do me wrong? Give me back my time. The time you took is gone. It can never be replaced. Why'd you do me wrong? The time you took is gone. As the seconds and minutes continue to fly, my heart was gone and my body denied the fact that I could stay here for one more night. From the moment you stepped into my world, you created a dream I wasn't ready for. But now it's time to show you all that I'm worth. Give me back my time. The time you took is gone. It can never be replaced. Why'd you do me wrong? Give me back my time. The time you took is gone. It can never be replaced. Why'd you do me wrong? The time you took is gone.
You know we gotta play Mark Milan Foolish Pride. You know we have to.
We taking it old school. Vintage Mark Milan.
Yes, vintage Mark Milan here live at Lit Music Entertainment.
Let's go.
To see the way we were, the love was good with you and me. I never revealed my emotions to you. It's not the way it should have been. My heart was opened by your everlasting touch. I never got the chance to show you how much. I should have let you know from the start that you were my heart. Foolish pride stands in the way of the times we shared, the dreams we made. Foolish pride keeps my heart in pain. There's nothing to lose, but so much to gain.
Sing that shit. Freestyle after dark. Mark Milan takeover.
Deep inside,
Let's go.
foolish pride, I played the game. I lost your love. Now it's time for
This is music recording artist Mark Milan, and this is my takeover of Freestyle After Dark Late Show with the Lit Entertainment. This is my
Yo, what up, everybody? Mark Milan, Takeover Freestyle After Dark. Yo, Dan, DJ Dan, lit up the set. He had a whole bunch of old school tracks and a bunch of new school tracks, and he threw in Foolish Pride. That was not on my list, by the way, but I still love it anyway. Yo, speaking of which, Foolish Pride, 1991, young dude, trying to figure things out. I had been in the studio. A friend of mine said, "Hey, man, let's just do some music." So I did like Mark Anthony's "He's a Rebel" in acapella, and one of my boys said, "Yo, let me get a hold of that." And he took it to Nordy Cotto, who was his friend in Manhattan, and he listened to it. And Nordy was like, "Yo, I like that kid." So now tell him to write a song. I was like, put me on the spot, but apparently, you know, that song was brewing in my heart, and originally it was about the fact that I had a son out there that I really didn't know, And so what I did was I tried to transition the song and make it about a relationship, but in fact, it was about, my son who wasn't born and the chick left me. So therefore, that's how Foolish Pride was born. That was in 1991, and I wrote that track. Now, uh, One More Chance, I did not write that song at all, but it was a banger. Yanni Papadopoulos and Nordi Kato, or I should say, Yanni Papadopoulos, rest in peace, and Nordi Kato put that song together. They did all the music and all the lyrical content and stuff like that. Another good song, and uh, I did that song, and then shortly after that, I kind of fell off the scene, man. I got into church, and I was gone for many years. However, I was still singing with a band. I was still singing with ensembles. I was still singing with choirs, uh, singing a cappella with a couple of friends of mine. We did that for many years. So I did all those things for about 13 or 14 years, and then um, 1990s was a blur in terms of music. I really don't know any music from the 1990s. I did not listen to it. I was just full on church Bible thumping dude. But then, like in the early 2000s, I just started listening to the radio again. And, I felt a little bit more comfortable with that. And, I still, music was still in my heart. Music was still a gift that I feel like God blessed me with. And I think that like when end of 2018, 2019 hit, I had thrown my name out there for a little something, something to see what would happen because I was scrolling through people's pages on Facebook and there was freestyle shows going on. TKA, George Lamont, um, Cynthia, the Cover Girls, Expose, and all that stuff. So I was like, man, let's see what would happen. And so uh, Tim got a hold of me, started talking to me, and then we did that interview. And Noel, Silent Morning, he was like, yo, I love your music, man. That's on my top 10 always. You should do this. You should get your page, get a fan page, do this. And I'm going to talk to Sal to see if we can get you on the road with us. So he was really enthusiastic about it. And he kind of, lit the fire under me to really get back into the game. And then shortly after that, I met Troy, I met Jeffy B, I met Fabian, I met Diddle D, I met Shy, I met Ty Bless. And after that, I was like, yo, I'm all about relationships. Back in the day when we used to do the shows, we used to, you know, pump the fist, yo, what up? And on to the next show. Now it feels like since I'm a grown up, I've established some real relationships and some really, really good friends came out of all of that. And I'm grateful. So from back then to right now, the comeback was my comeback song, as you guys already know. And I'm honored and humbled for Lit Entertainment to have that as their theme song. So speaking of old school, um, I just feel like there's a couple of things that we should talk about. First off, forget about old school. Let me go back. Shortly after the comeback, then I did, uh, I think it was I'm Going Crazy. And that was, in my opinion, pretty successful. We did many different cuts. We did a freestyle cut. We did a reggaeton mix. We did like a BPM mix, EDM style with dark intensity. We even did like a hip hop mix with my boy Joliet Caprana on Amazing Records. Now, that right there within itself um, is something to behold. Troy Guy, if you guys don't know, he owns Amazing Records Inc. And we got many artists on there, and we're grateful for them people. But before we even get into that, my newest cut, which um, we don't have it fully done yet, but that one's called You're Amazing. Also in the mix, we have a duet that I did with Lucy Love. That's a reggaeton track. And I also did, Lucy and I did the chorus for Jolly Caprana's song Dust in the Wind. We're trying to branch out. We're trying to do several different genres of music. And I think that that's important because you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket. Now, we're still artists and we're still trying to achieve the one goal. But the most important thing is that we are uh, using many different avenues to get, to the one goal, which is to become, massive artists in the game. Um, Now, speaking of that, Amazing Records Inc., Troy Guy, and I don't know if you guys know, but tonight's guest, I will be interviewing Troy Guy. So, can y'all dudes help me out a little bit over here? What do we got going on?
Absolutely, we got you. Go ahead, Dan.
You mentioned that in GA Live the other day.
We lost audio.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we hear. I hear everybody.
I told you still the other day.
So, ladies and gentlemen,
Between him and fucking
my boy, Troy Guy, owner of Amazing Records Inc. and
What's up, everybody?
Forever Amor, singer. Come on, man. Everybody welcome Troy Guy in his joint.
Hey, everybody, how you guys doing? As Mark knows, I already told him, I don't like doing interviews, so he kept pulling me
I kind
in.
of really dragged him into this. And, but I feel like Troy Guy has something to say. He's more talented than a lot of people know. All they
Yes.
really know him for is Forever Amor, but he's a producer, he's a writer, he's an arranger. He owns a record company, Amazing Records Inc. And speaking of doing all those things, now, when you did Forever Amor, did you do all that? Or how did that work? So take us on a breakdown of how Forever Amor was created and what happened.
So I'm gonna break it down, and I'm just gonna set the record straight on how Forevermore was created. You guys ready for this? Get your pens and paper ready, because this is gonna be a good one, okay? 1988, Forevermore was back then called Don't Pass Up My Love. That was the name of the song back then. It was with myself, it was with Cece, Tommy Harris, and those three. We created that song, Don't Pass Up My Love. Now, back then also, Eric G was involved, but not at that point. Eric G was dating my sister, Christine, rest in peace, back then. My sister came up to me, told me, hey, Troy, I'm dating this guy right now, boom, boom, boom. He can sing, he can dabble. Why don't you put him in, work him into one of your songs or something like that. I said, okay, fine. We can do that. So what I did was I created Don't Pass Up My Love. There was no female vocalist involved in it. And I'm going to make this short because this is a long story, okay? So what happened there was I got Eric involved in it, and we didn't really quite have a name quite yet. So during that time, we changed the song because we went to an artist in Chicago. Everyone knows him as, well, everyone knows him. His name, well, Mark Imperial, J'adore dancer, okay? He came up to me, or I came up to him, and he asked me to record it in his house. When we went to his house and recorded the song was, he told me to change the hook. So I changed the hook, and the hook was, I changed it to Forever Amor, okay? But the hook did not sound the way you guys hear it now. The hook basically was just repetitive. It just kept saying, forever amor, forever amor, forever amor, forever amor.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that's how it was back then. Then Mickey Oliver got hold of it or heard about the song, again, due to my sister, Christine, rest in peace. She basically told him that my brother has this one song, and I think you can help him out with it. So Mickey Oliver took this on, and then he said that, you know what, Troy, I love the hook, but it's too repetitive. Change it. And we need to do something different. It's still lacking everything else. So during that time, it was just me and Eric, and Cece and Tommy were out of the picture already. So Eric and I got together. Eric's brother was Dean, was our manager back then. So we went to Mickey Oliver. Mickey Oliver basically came up to us and said, change the song or fix up the hook a little bit and do something different. So I said, okay. So I changed the hook to Forevermore, Ooh Baby, Tonight's the Night. I went for myself. On the way to the studio, he said, we're going to, during the time before when I changed it, he said, let's add a female vocalist on there. I'm like, okay. 30 minutes into the studio or driving to the studio, I wrote the lyrics to the female vocalist and the female vocalist's hook in the chorus. Together we will be, boy, I'm crying for your love. I wrote all that 30 minutes going into the studio. We auditioned probably, I don't know, a whole bunch of girls. I stopped counting after 2. So we auditioned the girls. We found a girl named Julie. She sang the song you guys originally hear right now that Detroit was playing. Yeah, Dan was playing, which I told him not to play anymore, but that's okay though. I understand. I got you. I got you. Okay. So
Jose's in trouble. Dan's in trouble.
she sang the hook and she nailed it. Okay. Now getting back to the song with everybody saying that Eric owns the song. Eric, he's the owner, main singer of the song. This is how the recording turned out. This is how it was recorded. I was singing my song, my verse. Eric basically was singing, and I was doubling it, malting it. Basically, when you malt it, you have sing it multiple times on different tracks.
Yeah, multiple layers of vocals of the same vocal.
Exactly. It's called unison. So when Eric sang, Eric would be in front of the microphone while I would be behind him singing with him to make his voice sound even stronger. Okay. Right. So I'm just giving you guys the straight. The entire song of Forevermore is mine. Now, this is where we got the confrontation with myself and Eric. At the last verse of the song, you know that our love was meant to be. Okay, that's a third verse. He wrote on the third verse, it went like this. First, it went, you know that our love was meant to be a special bond between this girl, 2 hearts in harmony. You guys now know it as, I climbed the highest mountain just to wish upon a star, right? Female part.
Yeah.
He wrote, prior to that part, he wrote, you know, this is nothing to pretend. We might not ever get a second chance to ever love again. He wrote that little part. Well, I took that little part, took it out, and I created, I climbed the highest mountain just to wish upon a star. Yeah. And I made it boy, girl, boy, girl, boy, girl. So
ultimately his line doesn't exist.
No, his line does not exist at all, period. Now, during the time when we were recreating Forevermore, JJ Flores walked into the picture. I basically brought him in because I knew he had talent. So what JJ Flores did was just remake the song that was already created. He had the equipment, he had the keyboard, boom, boom, boom. He made the kick stronger, the hi-hats, everything, power, So everybody kept giving him the exclusiveness of being JJ Flores was the producer. Actuality, JJ Flores just kind of remixed the music. That's it.
Basically, remix.
Okay? That's all he did was remix the song. Right. So for everyone out there who doesn't know the whole true story, that is the true story. The original person who helped me write that song, and I never gave him credit, which I am very sorry for not doing this, was this guy named Ferdinand Gozel. He was like a cousin of mine. He helped me write that part that goes dun 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 dun. He helped me write that part. So, but I never gave him credit. Why did I not give him credit? Because I completely forgot. I completely forgot putting him on there. But outside from that, I am the sole owner of Forevermore. I wrote, composed, and produced the entire song myself. So if you guys don't want to believe me, go look it up in the Library of Congress and you will see who the owner of the song is. Now, after
and by the way, when you write a line and the line is disintegrated and then no longer exists, you are no longer the writer.
Yep.
It never came to fruition, right?
Correct. So
there you have it.
Now, after everything was done, we became In Effect. Myself, Julie, and Eric, we became a group called In Effect. Well, I have, differences between Eric's brother, who was our manager. So I left the group and I went to DJ International. And with DJ International, I didn't have a female vocalist yet. So we were supposed to put out Games of Love first before Forevermore. But one day, I heard a girl singing in the lobby. Her name was Andrea Salazar. She came and I heard her sing All Cried Out by Lisa, and it blew my mind. So I asked her, I go, how would you like to audition for the song Forevermore? Do you know the song? She goes, yeah, of course I know the song. She went upstairs, knocked it out the park. And that's how Forevermore became Desire. Or Desire became Forevermore, the whole thing.
Crazy.
And then we got signed with Atlantic Records. We hit, we blew up. The song really blew up 1991, but it came out originally 1988. But it blew up 1991 Atlantic Records. And the highest we got on top Billboard's 100 was number 44. But we were number one in Chicago on B96 for 6 weeks in a row.
Boom. Now, as we all know, Chicago is not the home of freestyle, but bro, they hold it to a high esteem, kind of like Detroit does. They love freestyle and they keep it alive, man.
Yes, they do.
That's what I love about them.
A lot of people
Yeah, go
don't
ahead.
realize this. I mean, Mark, what I'm saying is that Chicago is a strong following in freestyle. I still love freestyle. People think that just because I want a different genre that I hate freestyle. No, I still love freestyle. It's and I'm just being straight up honest, and I'm being a businessman. I'm going to tell you right now, on my perspective, there's no money in freestyle as far as we're trying to sell a record. There's money in shows, but not money in selling the songs on streaming and stuff like that. You know,
Until somebody decides to spend multi-millions of dollars and saying, yo, let's bring this genre back.
there might be.
Right.
There might be one. I might look into that. I'm telling you right now, I might look into that. You know, we have our, we can go.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, let's get into Amazing Records Inc. What's happening there?
Okay, Amazing Records Inc. Basically, the reason why I created Amazing Records Inc. is because it was my sister's dream from the very beginning. She was the one who wanted to open up a record company. I was just going to be the person who's going to produce in the record company.
Gotcha.
So she, this was most of her dream. But a lot of people know that my sister passed away 2-3 years ago, 2019. And I wanted to fulfill her dream. So I took on the responsibility of opening up this record company, which I'm telling you right now, it's not the easiest thing in the world. I don't care what anyone says. They said they can put a record name together or a name and slap it on a record and say, hey, I have a record company.
Right.
It's not that easy.
Yeah, it's not as simple as that.
Oh, there's so much red tape behind it. And the one thing that a lot of people don't realize is when you open up a record company is you have to have money to back it up for marketing, promotions, and distribution. Those are the three major things in a record company. If you don't have that, you don't have a record company. So, and all that there takes money. People are spending $2,000-$3,000 on recording, putting a label to, or putting taking pictures and shooting videos and stuff like that. That's great and dandy, but you should be using that money to use it to promote, market, and distribute. Because if you only put $1,000 into a song, yo, man, that's like a fart in the breeze.
You get out of it what you put into it, which is not much.
Exactly.
So how many genres does Amazing Records have?
Let's see. Amazing Records is the number one. Okay. So we have 5 genres underneath it. We have Amazing Sonido, which is Latin or Latin reggaeton, or basically Latin music. Then we have Amazing Vibe, which is EDM or dance music, like house and whatever. Then you have Amazing Dixie, of course, which is country. Then you have Amazing Flavor, which is hip hop, R&B. And then you have Amazing Faith, which is Christian.
Christian music. Got it. Are you thinking about adding another genre to that?
Yeah, but not just quite yet. I am also looking at, maybe this is still a possibility because I'm being pushed into it and record companies are like looking at it like this.
Right.
Amazing Energy, which will be pop freestyle.
Gotcha.
Pop freestyle. Okay. So it's still lingering in my head. So, I mean.
But remember, it's still a record company and you're still trying to achieve that ultimate goal, but you're using many different avenues to get there.
Absolutely. I mean, the ultimate goal, and a lot of record companies don't look at it like this, but the ultimate goal that I look at is going IPO. And if you guys don't know what IPO stands for, investment portfolio. Okay, so that is going out to the market, getting to the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq. That's my ultimate goal. Anything going before that, you've already accomplished. If you get IPO, you've already accomplished billboards. You've already accomplished the Grammy Awards. You've accomplished getting on the iHeartRadio. All those things are on the way up there to get to the IPO. That's my ultimate goal right there.
So what, there's a lot of people that have dreams. There's standard dreams, but then there's dreams that seem like they're impossible to other people. But why do you feel like your dream is going to come true? And what gives you the energy to say, I'm going to be a record producer, I'm going to own a record label? I mean, these are huge things, bro. I mean, what put that in your mind besides your sister? What's the driving force behind that?
Well, there was one quote that Steve Harvey said: if you sleep 9, 10 hours a day, you just let the entire day, your life go by. Okay. I was just talking to Mark about this. I usually get anywhere from 3 to 4 hours a day of sleep. My brain does not stop thinking. My brain does not stop thinking of trying to create more avenues, create more ways to get these guys promoted, marketed, to get them more in touch in the world. Because here's the thing about it. What people don't realize is this. You put out a song right now. Let's just say you put out a song, not freestyle. Let's go with pop. You put out a song in freestyle. Okay. You put it out on a distribution company. Let's say DistroKid. Okay, and you're thinking, oh wow, so many people heard it already. I'm streaming. I got 5,000 streams. Guess what? No one's heard your song yet. Nobody. If you have 5,000 streams, that's not necessarily like the greatest thing in the world. I mean, congratulations, you got 5,000 streams, but in all honesty, that's a fart in the breeze. Okay, for you really to get recognized in the industry of the music industry and to show that you're making some kind of money in the industry, you have to have at least making or streaming at least 100 million streams. Okay, because one stream you're only making on one stream is 0.000386. Write that down. 0.00386. That's how much you get per stream.
Of a penny.
Yes, on the penny. Multiply that with 10,000 streams and tell me what you get.
That's not a lot, because even with 1 million streams, you only get like $7,500.
Not even. Multiply it. 0.000386. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But I'm saying though, I mean, it's a great accomplishment that you got 100,000 streams. Don't get me wrong, okay? Because some people have not even accomplished that, But to me, I would rather be more animated based on making 100 million streams and be like, wow, that's it. We did it. That's exactly what we're looking to do. But what it takes, and I mean, this is what I plan on doing, is each artist that we bring on board, the investment that I put into the artist, it's got to take anywhere at least minimum 50,000 per artist to go out there and make it in the big business, to make it out there.
And that's just a start.
Just to start. And that's not, here's the thing, 50,000 a month. That's not one time. 50,000 a month, because you got to keep going and going and going.
Right. Like I was talking to Dan earlier and Jose, I said the DJs, when you were going to go to the club, let's say, next month, Desire, Forevermore, they would play your track every week over and over and over again, so you could know it, so you could love it. So when the artist came, boom. And that's sort of like what marketing does. It does the same thing. It puts you everywhere so everybody can see you, so that they can say, okay, I like this person. I like this person's music. Let me see, what they're all about.
Right. And here's the thing though. What a lot of artists nowadays are always looking for that big signing bonus. Like Drake, he just signed a record deal for $400 million. Well, guess what? He won't see any kind of royalties until that $400 million is paid off, because
it's paid back, right?
Right. Recouped. It's called recouped. So he won't get any money until that 400 million is paid back. Plus, marketing, promotions, and distribution. So you add up that 400 million plus all the marketing, promotions, and distribution around that too. You're looking almost like $1 billion worth of investment into one artist.
Damn, that's
That's a lot.
crazy.
So,
So
but they
speaking of
believe in the guy.
artists, so speaking of artists, I believe in him too. He's dope. Um, Speaking of artists, tell me about some of the artists on your record label. Who you got? What's popping?
Well, let's start with you first. Mark Milan, of course. I believed in Mark Milan. I knew he had a voice and I knew he's got something there. Plus, he's also looking to stretch out where he wants to go. He doesn't necessarily want to stay in one category. He wants to go out in different things. Like I know one time he's going to ask me, hey, let's do a Christian music. So Mark Milan's one of them. Okay. You got Lucy Love, who is my girl. She is, she was a shower singer and now she's formed into this, she's blossomed into this, up and coming strong artist. And she's doing everything from pop dance to reggaeton to I'm doing rave music for her. And she's also I'm working on a bachata song for her and slow songs and so on and so forth, R&B.
Yeah,
Exactly. Then you've got Serene, who's 16 years old. Her voice she's got a range, a powerful range that she can hit. I'm trying to push that out more. As you know, Mark, when I get into the studio and you're recording with me, I push the hell out of every artist that I have to the limit to where, yeah, exactly. And that's what I do. They get mad at me. You guys get mad at me or get upset with me because the number one word I always say to you guys when I'm recording is what, Mark?
yeah. Do it again. Do it again. See, you know what? But what that does is, I already know the routine. I've done it many times, and so I'm okay with that. But there's some people that are not okay with that. They think that what they're doing is enough. And clearly, when you're trying to reach a plateau, at least the way you are, you got to take everything to the next level. And Troy helps you get there.
Yeah, and what I do is, I'm gonna sound like an asshole in front of everybody. I'm sorry, but when I get down to it, when I'm behind the booth and they're singing, I hear something that the artist behind the microphone cannot hear, and I start picking up things like, "Hey, Mark, I want you to do this instead."
Right.
And that's
Kind of
exactly
like what we did with I'm Going Crazy, and you said, hey, do this Runaway, and you were thinking on the downbeat, I went off the downbeat, but there was a connection. There has to be, in my opinion, a certain connection between the actual engineer, producer, and the artist,
Oh,
and we
absolutely.
just like really clicked on that
Yes.
song, bro. And so I think
Yes.
we really have something there, and so it just helps you to be a better artist, man, when you have somebody that's really, pushing for you and helping you to do different things, not always the same things. Some people's music doesn't really change at all. There are no real changes. It goes straight from the verse to the bridge to the chorus, and it all sounds like it's in the same key. Um, Troy makes you do dynamics, 4, 5 part harmonies, different levels, crescendos. And I mean, there's all types of things that you can do on one song to really make it pop. And I think that I'm Going Crazy was a perfect example.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Absolutely.
When you work with artists that has never been in the recording studio, and I have 2 artists that right now at the company, Serene and Cristal. They're both 16 years old. They've never been in the recording studio. They've never had their own songs and everything else. Serene has a song out right now called Make It On My Own. It's out on digital platforms, so go out and check it out. You've got Cristal out there also on digital platforms. She has it's called All of Me. She has featuring JC. And you have Serene featuring Juliet Caprana. By the way, it's Juliet, not Joliet.
Oh,
Okay.
Jaliet, got it.
Okay.
I'm going to call him Jay instead of killing his name. Sorry about that, Jay.
Really just call him Nick. But anyway, so yes, those 2 right there have never been in the recording studio. DJ Doc or Jose Ferry was the one who found Serene, and he brought her to my attention, and I thought she had great potential. She's still a little dry behind the ears and everything else, but I knew that what I heard from her, I thought that she really had potential and everything else. Cristal, Lucy found Cristal when we went to Henry Gick's house, and she too had potential. Now they're developing their vocals with, with me helping them out at the same time, having a vocal instructor help them out too. So Doc is basically managing those two right now and making things happen for them. And JC is another artist that we have. He's a hip hop rapper. He's from Omaha, Nebraska, being managed by Anna Morales. Is it Loyalty? I'm sorry, Anna. I got CRS. I don't Loyalty something. And then Doc's entertainment company or management company is Strong Island Entertainment. So everybody pretty much has their own little groove and everything else. And the thing about it is that they're all seeing the vision that I'm presenting it to them. Now, mind you, the people that I have in my company, I have about 25 people in the company. So I want to thank the artist liaisons. I could name all of you guys, but my CRS is kicking, so I won't remember you guys' name. I might forget somebody, so I'd rather just say artist liaisons on here. I love you guys. You guys been doing great. I am so proud of you guys. You guys are making so much noise in this in the social media. And as a matter of fact, they made so much noise, Mark. Check this out. They made so much noise. I had 2 investors already call me up and looking to invest in the record company. So that's what we're looking at.
Bam. You see what I'm saying? And so what does that take? That takes dedication. That takes, it doesn't matter what other people are saying. It's what the time that you're investing and the people who really understand where you're going and they have the same vision to take it to the next level. Because if they believe in you, then they will do the things that they do for you. If people don't believe in you, they're not going to do anything. You know what I mean? And so that's important that you have people that trust you.
Well,
and believe
now the hip hop artist that we have is JC. His song is out on digital platform. The name of the song is called Hunger Games. J. Elliott Caprana, also out on digital platform. His song is called Yeah, I Did It. Mark's song out there, of course, I'm Going Crazy. It's out. Lucy's song, This Is My Life. Hers is all out too. Everybody's song is out there. This summer, or actually this year, all 6 artists are coming out with new singles, each of them. Now, I'm going to give you guys a little education. Some of you guys might know this, some of you guys might not. But here's the thing. If you guys have a single and you put it out on digital platform, okay, and you put it on digital platform and you just put so money into it, it is just like buying a brand new car without money to put money for gas.
Right. It ain't going nowhere. Looks nice. Yes. It looks nice, but it ain't going nowhere.
So why would you put your song on digital platform if you don't have the money to spend for marketing and promotion monthly, not just one time, monthly? Okay. That means you're basically saying that, okay, I'm just going to put it out for 1 month. I'll put $3,000 in and I'm done. No, it doesn't work that way. The music industry is not cheap. It is expensive. Anything you guys do in the music industry is expensive.
I think it's worse than it was before, because now the record companies have formulated a way to make even more. You gotta, like you said, you gotta have 100 million streams to make noise, whereas all you needed was 1 million records sold back in the days to go platinum, 500,000 for gold. You know what I'm saying? So for some odd reason, that kind of like blew way to F up. Look, when you're handing out $400 million, that's a lot of money. But, they know that they're going to get it back. When you fill in stadiums.
It's the thing is, what people don't realize, the main thing, if you want to put out a song, is you got to have the money for promotion, marketing, and distribution. It's not necessarily about, I got the best hook, I got this. No, you got to have, if you want to put out a single, you best believe you better have the money to put out that single for promotion, or you might as well just buy a brand new car, and not drive it at all because you have no money for gas.
Well, the other thing is the longevity of the actual record itself. Even with, I'll be honest, the comeback, my first song that I came back with, produced by Julio Mena, that song had, I don't know, a 2-month lifespan. And really, that was it. And if I didn't play that, if DJs didn't play that, and I'm gracious and humble that Lit Entertainment is using that as their theme song, you would not even know that the song existed because there was no real money being put behind that. You
Right,
know, essentially it
exactly.
was put out by a small record label. So, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you know, you got to have more skin in the game if you want to achieve more. Um,
So the thing about what this industry is about is this: 90% is business, 10% is talent. You are every talent out there is a dime a dozen. That means you can always find that same talent anywhere, everywhere. Okay, you have to know your business. You have to know your smarts in this industry. You have to know publishing, distribution, marketing, promotion, and you have to know everything. And you have to have your networking. Okay, now you're adding in social media. You're also adding uh, what do you call this? Digital promotion. I mean, there's so much stuff that you have to basically do. Back then, it was just a record, put it on radio, boom, 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 boom. Now it's so much entailed to it. So my best suggestion and my best advice, and I've given this to my people in my company because I've taught them the industry and I'm teaching them more. As a matter of fact, what they're doing right now is they're getting their certificates in the industry. So they're taking these classes to get their certificates to make to evolve their brain, their mind on knowing more about the industry. So my advice to everybody out there who wants to who wants to be in the industry, get this one book called This Business of Music. Write it down. This Business of Music. Educate yourself. Learn what you need to know about the industry before you start dishing out money after money. If you don't know what you're talking about, you have to know your publishing. You have to sign up with ASCAP, BMI, CSAC, Sound Exchange. These are things you have to do. I mean, you have to, if you get to the point where you want to get there, you have to incorporate yourself. Once you incorporate yourself, that way, if anything should happen down the line, the only companies or the only people, the only thing that's going to get sued is your corporation, never you. You can always file Chapter 11 on a corporation, but when you file Chapter 7 and 13 on a personal basis, they can
whole
still
different ball game, whole different ball game. So, you know, what's funny was remember when, you know, the pandemic, that kind of like shut everybody out. Everything died. Actors, movies, music, everything. And so I had to find another way to reach my fan base. And so that's when I started doing the little coffee memes and stuff like that. And since then, I've, you know, added some stuff. I still do my little devotions in the morning and my coffee meme, and then a little encouragement business. You know, just sharing some insight, inspiration to other people. And but that's me. That's what I do. That's what I like to do, and that's free. But that also does take a lot of time. You know that you're spending on, you know, on social media to do that. And
Yep.
I've just expanded to my YouTube channel, so I'm kind of doing the same thing. So if I fall off of one, there's always another place that you can go to look. But all that is free. Artists can do that too. Um, but you know, it has its limits. You know what I'm saying? But when you spend money with marketing and stuff like that, that really changes the game. And so, as
Well,
much as people want to do things themselves, unfortunately, record labels is still kind of the way to go.
it is. It is. I mean, unless you have your own, unless you have the money to basically invest in yourself,
Unless you have the
then
money to, and most people don't.
right.
Most people don't.
So my thing, I always make sure in my company that everybody in the company stays humble. That's number one. Number two, every artist that I bring on board into the company, I only ask them of one thing. And that is, one day you're not going to be able to get up on stage anymore and perform. One day you're not going to be able to go up there and sing because you're too old already. So the
Right.
only thing I ask from you, Mark, and from all the artists is pay it forward. So what I teach you, you teach the next person. So that's my biggest thing. In our company, we have three mottos: MAD, which means making a difference. Two, the other one is we innovate, we don't imitate. Okay, so we only have two mottos. I'm sorry, two mottos. So that's what basically my biggest thing is that I want to the artist that comes on board. I want to make sure they're educated. They know exactly what they're talking about, and I teach them and I show them the ropes and I make sure they know exactly what they're getting into, so on and so forth. Because I, for one, when I was in a when I was an artist and I was in a with these record companies, I got screwed over. Okay, so I don't want that same feeling that I want to give to them to an artist walking into this company. I want them to know everything and everything about what's going on in the industry. Then you can take your contract and give it to an attorney, or you can have me basically read it to you and I will explain to you every single page, which I did to you, Mark, on the contract itself.
There's another thing. When you come as a full package, that really helps you out. If you're writing and arranging and doing your own music, a lot of record labels like that because they can give you some money, you do your thing, and then they can do everything that they need to do.
Right.
But if you're just an artist, obviously you got to have a manager, you got to have a producer, you got to have a writer, you got to have an engineer to facilitate all those things in order to take you to the next level. And so, although Amazing Records Inc. is a young record company, look out because we're not just locked into one genre. We're trying to reach the masses with all different kinds of music. Um, you know, we're changing, we're growing, and that's what I feel like everybody needs to do. Just don't stay in one genre. I love freestyle. I always will sing freestyle, but I also want to venture out to do other things because that's important. Because lit entertainment makes notice of that. Just like we were talking about Jose and I earlier. I think it was the Cover Girls was on Wendy Williams' show. It's like a couple of days ago.
Mhm.
Freestyle on the map once again. So, something could happen. I'm not sure if and when, but something could happen if they take it, cross over to pop like we talked about a long time ago. Remember, I was like, they
Well, the
should have
bottom
freestyle should have transitioned, man, but it really didn't. It didn't transition.
Well, the bottom line is, like, I've spoken to a couple of record companies out there. The reason why they don't necessarily like, and correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not saying this is concrete, but this is their opinion. The reason why they felt that freestyle music is not really going there is because every song that they have out there is about love. And I understand freestyle is about love because they call it heartthrob.
Right, right.
But it doesn't necessarily have to be about boy meets girl, girl meets boy, boy makes love to girl, girl makes love to boy, and stuff like that. Or I break up with you guys.
Right.
You can use it as a
Right.
metaphor, you know,
Right.
use your creativity as a metaphor. I mean, every song out there, including mine, mind you, okay, every title out there always has love in it,
Right.
You have to necessarily have your title always about love. Use a metaphor, use a simile, something in that sort of way to basically, compare to I love you, you love me. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, a great example, when a guy basically is crying crying in his room, what's a great metaphor behind that? So I put it to where
As the
I'm
leaves
hiding.
fall from a tree.
There's one right there.
Right.
Or
Right.
hiding in the shadows with water falling. Same thing. You're in the dark, you're crying. That's the same thing. Use things like that to, surpass that. I love you, you love me, and I fell off the tree, and
This is
now
the
I
way
broke
it's
my
supposed
knee.
to be, and now I can't see the way I used to see. I get what you're saying, man. Um, but everybody has limits, but they'll learn to branch out. Um, that's what it's all about. It's about learning and growing, making mistakes. Because typically, when you're on that mountaintop, you're not really learning anything. You're just enjoying the view. But when you're in the valley, that's when you make your mistakes, that's where you learn to grow, and that's where things can change. But until people have more uh, valley decisions, they're not really going to grow.
Right. Well, the thing is, like I said again, I'm just gonna make pinpoint this out real quick. I just want to let everyone know. Everyone thinks that Troy Guy is no longer. He doesn't love freestyle. He basically almost like castrate freestyle out of the way. And I go, no, I love freestyle. I do. I always will, and I'll never stop loving freestyle. But as a business owner and a person who's investing in artists, I have to go outside the genre to even try to recoup any money that I would invest in an artist. And I'm sorry, guys, that if you guys think that I don't love freestyle, which that's not true, I have to go to where, as a smart businessman, would try to go and try to generate, revenue for my company, for the people in my company. Because I don't want my people in my company just sitting there just like, oh, they're sharing this, they're sharing that. No, I expect to the point where the company's blowing up and I'm paying them now. I expect to the point where Mark Milan's song is blowing up and he's number 15 in the top Billboard Charts 100. And his pockets should be.
Sing that. Keep saying that.
What's that?
Wait, you just repeat what you just said.
Top 15.
If I get Mark Milan's song to the point where it's number 17 on the top Billboard Charts 100, I want him to come out of his house and his pockets are so fat with money that I know I did my job. I know the fact that he is making what he's making, the kind of money that he deserves being in this industry. Okay. So I like I said again, I love the negativity about what people say about me. I love this. I'm gonna look kind of like contrast things. Okay. I love the negativity that people say about me. I love the negativity that people say about Amazing Records. I love the negativity about what people think about our artists. And I love the negativity about what people think about the people that's in my company. I love it. You guys know why? Because you guys who hate what's going on drives me to the point where I'm going to even do it better. I'm going to get to the point where, like, you know what? I'm going to push, you guys are pushing me to the point where, like, okay, cool. That's what.
Yeah, you're using it as fuel to get you to the next level. I get it, man. We're always gonna have haters, no matter,
Right. So to me, when people say stuff like that,
doing.
when people say stuff like that to me, I say thank you. That's all I gotta say. Thank you.
I appreciate it because you're giving me fuel. So, we can't believe anything anybody says about us. Those are just opinions, and they're, just like buttholes. Everybody has one. So. It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. So, just because something didn't work out for you, you shouldn't impose your negativity on me. You know what I'm saying? And so people have to be really careful with that because they take that in and and then you're gonna end up being man, I should have did this. I would have done that, and I could have done this if only I had. And so that's the reason why I'm putting my best foot forward in the record industry so that I can say I gave it everything that I had before I folded or before I moved into a different area in the music industry.
Well, Mark, I'm gonna cut this short because I gotta leave soon now. Lucy and Caroline are waiting for me. But first, I want to say thank you to Lit Entertainment for having this tonight. Mark Milan asking me to do this, but don't ask me again. I don't like doing interviews. I don't like taking pictures, and I don't like taking pictures for in place of my artists, because to me, the only people that should shine in my in my company are the artists. I don't want to shine. I stay in the back. I stay in the background. I don't need to be seen, nothing at all. That's how I look at it, because the artists that's in the company are the ones that need to shine. They're the ones who are the main picture of the record company, not me.
That's the reason why I wanted to interview you, because I knew you had something to say, and so it was important, not so that people can see where you are and what you're doing and why you are where you are, not because you want to.
I know. I appreciate, and I truly appreciate it. And I know Jose's been trying to get me to be interviewed and stuff like that, right, Jose? How many times?
I did it. We did it. We did it. We did it.
How many times have I
Mark
said
Milan? He used Mark Milan in the Takeover Freestyle after that.
Yeah, so you had to use Mark Milan to get me.
Us Detroit cats got that, Chicago mentality. You get what I'm saying? So we know how to do things. And this is dope right here. People love this.
Just to give you guys heads up, if some of you guys did not see the Jukebox 2 or Jukebox concert that we have, we're coming up with the new Jukebox 2, the Freestyle edition, and it's going to be coming soon. I haven't given a date yet, but you're looking at anywhere from 9 to 18 artists going to be on that stage.
Holy crud. That's a huge rotation.
Yes, a 9 to 18 artists in that stage, and it's a full rotation, boom, 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 boom. And I think pretty much every artist that's going to be on stage is going to change their outfit. So you're going to see a different outfit with every artist. So it's going to be like a real live concert. So
I gotta spend some
we're putting that
lawnmower
together
money.
now as we speak. Huh?
Some lawnmower money.
Yeah, exactly. Right, exactly. So again, I want to thank Lit Music Entertainment. My boy DJ Dan out there taking care of making things happen and everything else. Detroit, you know how it goes, you know how it is. Chicago loves you.
You already know. Listen, I want to get into Detroit. I'm already in Detroit, but I want to get into Chicago and work. And just like when me and Mark were speaking about prior to the show, was we discussed about the cover girls being on Wendy Williams, right? So with that said, how long, if we already caught the mainstream somewhat in regards to them being on that platform, when is corporate America going to come and take over?
Here's the thing. It takes someone to take that big risk in bringing on a freestyle. Hold on, let me scratch that. It takes a record company or one individual to invest in that genre. And I'm going to guarantee you right now, that genre, they're not going to call it freestyle. They're going to call it pop freestyle. They're going to call it pop freestyle. And they're not going to call it freestyle.
Or dance music.
Or dance music. Right. They're not going to call it freestyle at all. So let's just say
freestyle off the map.
And I'm not saying I am, and I'm not saying I am not, but let's just say that I do open up, what do you call this? A division
Another division.
Right. And I'm going to throw it in the air right now, like Amazing Energy. Okay. I would let's just say I bring on a new artist. I would invest anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 into that artist to make sure that artist blows up. Because if I only invest anywhere from like $5,000 to $10,000 on that artist, yeah, you might as well stay in that.
You're not going to see a return. I guarantee you're not going to see any ROI, bro.
Right. So I would have to basically invest anywhere from $50,000 to $100,000 on one artist to make it happen. And it can, it will. But like I said, again, it takes one company or one individual to invest that much promotion and that much marketing. And people are going to be like, no, Troy, you're wrong. I don't think so. I'm like, okay. Opinions vary. Everybody has different opinions.
Well, remember, everybody's vision is different, man. Your vision is different from mine. I have a vision that I want to supersede for myself. You have a vision for your record label, and you have another vision for me and your other artists as well.
Yes.
And, we mostly see eye to eye. And so I feel like I'm headed towards the right direction. And so that's important for me to have. And if I can't trust you, we can't do any business. You know what I mean? You want people that you can trust, man. It's important.
Here's another thing too, what people don't realize too. When Mark's song came out last year in October, right? This was October of last year. And it is now, was it last year or the year before that? No, it was last year.
2021, I think, right?
Yeah.
So everybody's thinking,
was it 2020? I don't know. Yeah, 2020. You're right. 2020. You're right. 2020.
September, October 2020.
People think that, okay, that song's old. Well, guess what, guys? That's not truly true, because only like maybe a handful of people in the world has heard Mark Milan. So technically it's not really been heard. So I'm going to give you guys a little education here. Forevermore, 1988, came out in 1988, okay, but didn't really get recognized till 1991. Till it got picked up.
Later.
Right, till it got picked up by a major label with Atlantic Records. And guess what? Everybody's like, oh, wow, it's a brand new record. I love it. Well, it's been out It's been out a long time ago already.
Right.
So technically, once I have put the investment into Mark's song and it becomes worldwide and it becomes everybody streaming out there, you know, he could be the first one to do something like that, a different kind of like freestyle out there, which is pop music. And if I put that right promotion, marketing, and distribution behind him, and or Lucy's song or anybody else that I basically put on this record or that music genre, I'm telling you right now, that could elevate the entire industry of that genre right there. Great example, Kaiser. What's that song
Yeah,
again?
if you guys don't
Passenger?
know who it is, look it up.
Passenger, Kaiser.
Kaiza. Passenger.
Kakeisa.
Yeah, and her song is called Passenger, and she's using Like a Child That Play beats.
Yep.
We
You know,
keep that.
and like
So,
Bernardo just said, or my song, it could blow up. So that's just a
Yo,
little education.
excuse me, gentlemen. I want to show Mark something. Hold on, okay? All right. Hold on 1 second, guys.
I can't see you, Jose.
I got you. We got this. We got this. We do got this. We do got this. Start video. Oh, wrong one. Wrong camera.
El otro, el otro.
El otro, del otro ojo. El otro ojo.
I hope I educated a lot of people out there, hopefully in the music industry, that they're, like I said,
All right, you see this? See
Get
this?
out of here.
Detroit DJ Dan has a actual vinyl from the Downriver Mix record and tapes from when he owned
One more chance.
his record store.
wow, look at that.
One more chance.
One more chance. Yo, when I go over there, man, I'll sign that for you.
And it's signed? Is it signed in? No, he didn't
It ain't
sign it.
signed.
He wants you to sign it.
I'm going to sign it.
Yep.
100%.
Mint condition. Mint
Lucy's like,
condition.
really, Lucy's calling me right now, so we're about to do some karaoke tonight. So,
All right, Troy, yo, Troy, it was an honor and a privilege to talk to you, to come to Lit Entertainment, and to help me get through the takeover freestyle after dark. Peace out. Tell Lucy and everybody we said what's up, and we appreciate you coming by, man.
Always, man, always. It's my honor to do this thing. Thank you, guys. Thank you, everybody. And I hopefully that what Mark and I have said to you guys, you've kind of like learned a little bit. Like I said, I'm not the smartest guy in the world, and I don't know everything about the music industry, but what I try to do is I try to educate myself more and more and more each day. And I really, truly, hopefully that the people who are in the industry would do the same thing and educate yourselves, because it is vitally important if you want to stay in this industry to know the business, not necessarily the talent, but the business is the most important part in the music industry. So without further ado, I say peace out to you.
Peace. Yeah, man. So, Troy is a multifaceted type of guy. He got into the industry, doing freestyle, but he really is way more talented than that. He is a legit bona fide, took vocal lessons, R&B, gospel, classical music. He produces, he writes, he arranges. The dude is multi-talented, man. He's not just a one-trick pony. And I'm just honored to work with him and to call him a friend, just like Diddle D, Jesse B, Fabian, and all the other artists that old and new school, Noel, that dude is, it's incredible that I have a legend that talks to me from time to time, and I'm blessed and honored by that. I wish that I get to hang out and talk to the other artists, but we only do that during the shows and stuff like that. But Noel is just turning out to be just like a real friend. So that's important. And so I think that more people should focus on relationships, man, because you're on stage for 10 minutes and that's it. You know what I mean? But when you go home, you get to talk to people and see what they're really doing. Because a lot of people don't know that I
Wow,
own.
I know those people.
I own a small lawn mowing, own lawn care company. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't know that. That's like the real me. I have a full-time job.
Superstar now.
I'm a dietary food director, and I own a lawn company. You know what I'm saying? That's the real job. Right now, music is a hobby until we can take it to the next level. But people, don't give up on your dreams. That's important. If you're in your 20s and you didn't do it, that's okay. Do it in your 30s. If you didn't do it in your 30s, that's okay. Do it in your 40s. If you didn't do it in your 40s, that's all right. Do it in your 50s. You didn't do it in your 50s, you can do it in your 60s. So
Excuse me, Mark.
it's never too late. What up?
Yo, I know you're finishing your point, but on behalf of our team, we've been trying to get the perfect shot right here. On behalf of our team, bro, thank you for coming on the platform, yo. So,
It's an honor and a privilege, man.
there's a lot more people that are involved with this whole project, with this Freestyle After Dark project. And if it weren't for the music, which is the sound of Detroit back there, Detroit DJ Dan, DJ Pup, we got the new up and coming promoter, Fonny, and we got Joe Gia, Sylvia, the whole team like that.
Joe Gia, my man.
And Joe's a little shy, so he's back here somewhere. But much love, man. Much love, and thank you.
I appreciate you. It was an honor and a privilege to come on Lit Entertainment and take over after dark. Freestyle edition. I see good things happening to you guys in the future, man. Don't give up. Don't listen to what people say, and just keep your vision. Your vision is your vision. God gave you the vision. He gave it to you. He didn't give it to everybody else.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm going to let you end the show, my brother, and we'll go from there, pa.
Right on. Are we going to do like another song after that, or one more song or something?
You want to what song you want to play? What you want to play?
Let's see. Can we play? Off the cut. I really just whatever you want to play. I'll leave it up to Dan.
How about
this?
this?
Is Mark
How about
Milan. Yeah, what up?
How about Comeback of the Year?
Play your theme song, bro. I'm honored and I'm humbled, man. I can't understand, but I wrote that song not just for me, but for people who feel like they needed to come back from something. You can always make a comeback, bro. You can always make a comeback.
Dope, bro. So, Dan, you ready? All right.
Yo, this is Mark Milan, Takeover After Dark, Freestyle Edition. The comeback.
This is music recording artist Mark Milan, and this is my takeover of Freestyle After Dark Late Show with Lit Entertainment.
The comeback of the year, Mark Milan. We support you, man. We banged you out tonight. Lit Music Entertainment.
Yo, much love to Mark Milan. Lit Music Entertainment.
Support
Freestyle
Mark.
After Dark. Let's go.
I heard on the streets that people are saying, where have you been? I've been grinding, still digging in for my family. There was some setbacks, some things to get straight. There was some heartache, mistakes that I made. Now is the time to get back in the game and take it to the next level. This is the comeback of the year. Look where I was, but now I'm here. I started off slow, but I'm now on a roll. I'm on the right team, so here we go. I know it's a
This is music recording artist Mark Milan, and this is my takeover of Freestyle After Dark Late Show with Lit Entertainment.
Mark Milan, much love. People, support the artists.